All right, and I want us to wind up, but before we do that, there's also another interesting story on the Standard, lead by example. MPs tell Uhuru on conflict of interest. Now, there's that bill that is being proposed, and I'll start with you, Bashir, especially as a lawyer, where there is conflict of interest. And of course, this has been born out of the leader of majority in the Senate, Kipchumba Murkomen, representing Governor Sonko, yet his position as senator does oversight governance. That right there looks like conflict of interest. But what the members of parliament are saying, what has changed? Because when the president and the deputy president were before the ICC, they were represented by some lawyers who are also members of parliament.
You see, as a country, I do not think we need the conflict of interest bill. We have the Public Officers Ethics Act, we have Article 10 of the Constitution, we have Chapter 6, we have, I think, quite a raft of laws that talk about this. Clearly, when you are a senator and you go to court to represent a governor, there's an extent of conflict of interest that comes in on the part of being on the part of playing that oversight role in parliament.
Right.
But I think then again, what the president I think is mistaken about is in that National Assembly that is going to front and the Senate that is going to forward this bill to, it's constituted and it's comprised of a large number of lawyers who are in active practice. In my view, I think going forward, what we should do is let us not just always be having bills and laws to be presented to Parliament to guide us. Let us be guided by our own morality. You see, the reflection, what the Constitution is made, or the assumption, or what is the main aspiration of the Constitution is to lead a society that will be led by its own morality. I think what we need to do is any single lawyer who is elected in the National Assembly or the Senate, what will happen is he should be allowed to practice or to be in private practice to the extent that his work is going to conflict with his role as a parliamentarian. And I think this should not just be confined to lawyers. This should extend to doctors and all other public officers. Absolutely. If you are a doctor and you are running a clinic or a healthcare, do not have it in a way that will affect or will conflict with your role as a doctor. So I think it's a very important piece, but I do not see the need for a whole bill. We have the Constitution and we have the Public Officers Ethics Act. We have Chapter 6. Let us restrict ourselves and adhere to the laws. Presenting a bill to Parliament, even if it sails through, will not affect us for as long as our own conscience and our morality are not leading us as a state.
Bernard, valid point there by Bashir, but the question is, do we really have a moral gauge given how we operate? We seem to need more laws to act on the laws that we already have, which really doesn't make sense.
Kenya has more than enough laws, and I don't see a scenario where this bill, even if it's passed, its enforcement is going to be the biggest challenge. Because we have so many, the way Sleiman has highlighted, there are a number of provisions within the Constitution. We have even the Procurement and Disposal Act, which talks about conflict of interest. But what do we see? We see so many government officials, state officers doing business with the government, either through proxies or directly. You saw the former chairman of EACC and Corruption Commission, Kibisu, who was removed because of conflict of interest, having done business with the NYS in the NYS scandal. Then he comes to head the Anti-Corruption Commission. So we have a lot of, I feel we should not just restrict ourselves to the elected leaders doing their professional work. It needs to spread across, and spreading across means enforcement of the existing laws, so that people know they are controlled and directed by their morals. That I should not do business with something that I'm heading, And by doing that, we'll be averting so many of these crises. And in my considered opinion, I feel the president rushed in making that pronouncement. I think he was pushed so much by social media outcry and outburst, which was.
But one would expect he has an attorney general who can advise on.
Yeah, he would have been advised by the Attorney General on going slow on making such. You saw yesterday James Orengo saying that they are going to crash the bill if it gets to Parliament.
They have promised that it will not see light of day.
Yeah,
Gentlemen,
because these are guys who have been doing it.
We are out of time, but I'll give you an opportunity maybe just to wish Kenyans a happy holiday, because next week I'm sure the programming may be a little bit different. So just an opportunity to wish Kenyans, happy holidays and Merry Christmas.
I think let me take this opportunity to wish all Kenyans Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I hope that the government of the day coming back in 2020 will give us a better life and a better future to look into as Kenyans.
All right, Bernard.
Yeah, thank you very much, viewers. It has been a great pleasure gracing your living rooms on this show. And I hope next year we'll start on a high note. We are going to have engaging discussions. And just to wish our candidates, KCSE candidates, all the best as we wait for your results today.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Suleiman Bashir and Bernard Wakoli. It is now 10 minutes to 9 o'clock, time for us to wind up the show. I take this opportunity to thank you for watching Morning Express. By the way, Morning Express hasn't taken a break for Christmas. It's just them who are taking the break. So do stay with us same time tomorrow. We'll be right here to bring you more news and reviews. My name is Michael Gitonga. Do have yourselves a wonderful day. God bless.